Hello guys, my name is Roxxete and I'm one of the teachers at Speak 5. Today's lesson is going to be adventure through the labyrinth of English phrasal verbs. I love teaching this because they add color and depth to our language. So let's get started. First, we have the word catch up. This means to reach the same level of progress as others. For example, I need to catch up on my reading before the exam. Second, come across. This means to find or discover something by chance. For example, I came across an old photo album while cleaning out the attic. And the third one, we have look after. This means to take care of someone or something. For example, could you look after my dog while I'm on vacation? And fourth, we have get along, or this means to have a good relationship with someone. For example, despite their differences, they manage to get along quite well. And number five, we have the word put off. This means to postpone or delay something. For example, let's put off the meeting until next weekend. And number six, we have run out. Okay, this means to use all of something there is none left. For example, we've run out of milk. I'll have to buy some more. And number seven, we have bring up. Okay, this means to raise a topic for discussion. And for example, for the word bring up is he brought up the issue of funding during the meeting. And we have number eight, he turned down. This means to reject or refuse something. For example, she turned down the job offer because of the low salary. And number nine, we have come up with. This means to think or produce an idea or solution. For example, for that is we need to come up with a plan before the deadline. And of course, we have here number 10, settle down. This means to become calm or stable. For example, after a long day, I like to settle down with a good book. And 11, break down. This means to stop functioning properly. For example, my car broke down on the way to work this morning. And number 12, we have look forward to. This means to be excited or pleased about something that is going to happen. For example, I'm looking forward to the weekend. And number 13, we have the word give up. Okay, this means stop trying to do something. For example, don't give up on your dreams. Keep working towards them. And number 14, bring about. This means to cause something to happen. For example, his speech brought about a charge or a change in attitudes towards the issue. And number 15, we have the word go over. This means to review or examine something carefully. For example, we have let's go over the details of the plan or more time. And number 16, we have find out. This means to discover or learn something. For example, I need to find out what time the train leaves. Okay, and we have number 17, the word put up with. This means to tolerate or endure something unpleasant. For example, I can't I can't put up with his constant complaining anymore. And number 18, we have the word turn up. Okay, or this means to arrive or appear. For example, he turned up late for this meeting, for the meeting. And number 19, we have the word get over. That means to recover from something such as an illness or disappointment. Yes, okay, for example, it took her a long time to get over the breakup. And number 20, we have bring down. This means to cause something to fall or collapse. For example, in sentence, the strong winds brought down several trees. And number 21, we have take after, or this means to resemble, apparent, or relative in appearance or behavior. For example, for that, she takes after her mother. They have the same sense of humor. And as number 22, we have set up or set up. This means to establish or arrange something. For example, we need to set up a meeting to discuss the project. And number 23, we have make up, or this means to invent or create something, especially an excuse or story. And for example, he made up an excuse for why he was late. And number 24, we have get along with, or this means to have a good relationship or rapport with someone. Okay, for example, she gets along with her coworkers really well. Okay, and number 25, we have the word carry out, or to complete or fulfill a task or action. If, for example, we need to carry out the plan as soon as possible. And number 26, look up, or this means to search for information in a reference source. For example, in sentence, I'll I'll look up the address in the phone book. And number 27, we have the word turn around. Okay, or this means to change direction or reverse a trend. Okay, for example, the company's fortunes turned around after the new CEO took over. And number 28, we have the word hold on, or this means to wait or pause. For example, hold on a moment, I'll be right back. And number 29, we have put on. This means to address oneself in clothing or accessories. For example, he put on his coat before going outside. And number 30, we have the word get away, or this means to escape or leave a place often or for a brief vacation. For example, in sentence, we have we need to get away from the city for a weekend. And number 31, we have calm down with, or this means to become ill with a specific illness. Okay, for example, I think I am calming down with a flu. Okay, and number 32, we have turned out. Okay, or this means to result in the particular way. In sentence, the party turned out to be a great success. And 33, we have this word get by. Okay, this means to manage or survive with what is available. For example, it's though, but we manage to get by. And number 34, we have look out, or to be vigilant or watchful, something like that. Okay, for example, Look out for cars when crossing the street. And number 35, we have the word pick up, or this means to collect or gather something. For example, I need to pick up some groceries on the way home. And number 36, this word is about show up, show up. Okay, this means to appear or arrive, especially unexpectedly. For example, in sentence, we have he didn't show up for the meeting. And number 37, we have the word call off. This means to cancel or abandon something. For example, they called off the game due to bad weather. And number 38, go through. This means to experience or endure something difficult or hard. For example, she went through a lot of hardships before finding success. Number 39, we have here hand in. Okay, this means to submit something, usually a piece of work or a document. Okay, for example, in sentence, we have please hand in your assignments by the end of the week. And number 40, we have the word get off, or this means to leave a mode of transportation. For example, I got off the bus at the next stop. And number 41, we have the word make out, or this means to discern or understand something. Understand something, especially when it's difficult. Okay, for example, in sentence, it was dark, but I could just make out his silhouette. Okay, and 42, we have turn into, or this means to transform or change into something different. Okay, for example, the caterpillar turned into a butterfly. Butterfly. Yes. Okay, and number 43, we have the word run into. Okay, this means to encounter someone or something unexpectedly. Okay, for example, I ran into an old friend at the grocery store. And number 44, we have the word take off, or this means to remove clothing or start flight. Okay, for example, in sentence, we have she took off her jacket when she entered the warm room. And number 45, we have the phrasal verb, which is look into, or this means to investigate or examine something. For example, in sentence, we have we'll look into the matter and get back to you. And 46, we have phrasal verb bring out, bring out. Or this means to produce or make something available for sale. For example, the company brought out a new line of products. And 47, we have put out, key, or this means to extinguish or a fire or make something stop burning. Okay, for example, she put out the candles before leaving the room. And number 48, turn over, or this means to flip or rotate something or so that the other side is facing up. For example, he turned over the pancake to cook the other side. And number 49, we have give in, or this means to surrender or yield to something. For example, after hours of negotiation, they finally gave into our demands. Okay, and number 50, the last phrasal verb we have is about get on. This means to board or a mode of transportation or to have a good relationship with someone. For example, We need to get on the bus before it leaves. Okay, so these were a lot of phrasal verbs, so please repeat and pause the video as many as you want so you can practice and start using these phrasal verbs like a pro. See you and see you soon and take care.